So tell me about the audition for Harry Potter. I mean, how was it when you first?
It was to us. We'd never been to an audition before in our life. We just went because it was an open audition and anyone could go for it. And we walked into this big hotel and they were auditioning for every single character. So there was a lot of people there. And after about two or three hours of waiting around to go in, we actually luckily met the leading casting director, Janet Hutchinson, who just got us to read a few lines. And at first we weren't very confident about it. We were just like, oh well, but we're never going to see these people again, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. And then luckily we got called back to meet with the director, producer and the scriptwriter. And that happened about 4 or 5 times around this time of year 9 years ago. And then we had the final screen test, which is on a set and everything. And then on the 1st of September, we were told we're Fred and George.
So, what was your reaction? I mean, hallelujah? Or
I think, yeah, I mean, we quietly had, I think, well, personally, I had this thing in my head where I always had in my head, well, we're doing all right. Maybe if we got it, it wouldn't be that big a surprise because we keep getting called back. But at the beginning of the process, walking into the hotel with all these people, you just thought, no, this isn't going to happen. But then when we first went for the read-through, that was when it sunk. When you're looking around the table and there's Alan Rickman, Maggie Smith, Richard Harris, Robbie Coltrane all sitting around, and you're like, wow, this is going to be special.
So how was your first meeting with Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson?
Yeah, that was quite cool. That was again at the read-through. We chatted to Dan very briefly, and Rupert quite a bit, obviously, because he was playing our brother. And then Emma just came with it, like, "You're right, hi." And considering she was the youngest there by quite a lot.
Yeah, she was like 9 years old at that point. She had more confidence than I had, and I was 14. So it's quite cool. But then I think it's like an instant click. It's like school, and we've all known each other now for nine years, so we know each other pretty well.
So are you friends outside the set as well?
Yeah, I mean, we hang around with quite a few of the guys. When we're not filming, we play golf quite a lot with Rupert, go to a few music gigs with Matt Lewis, hang around with Tom Phelps as well. Like, we were in Paris promoting and we went out clubbing one night and stuff. So it's good because, as Jane said, we've been together for 9 years now. So we developed a really strong bond. I mean, we've been together more than anyone is at school together. And you think how well you bond with all your school friends. It's certainly a unique thing.
How much for this?
5 galleons.
How much for me?
5 galleons.
I'm your brother.
10 galleons.
You had no acting experience before this. How has Harry Potter changed your life?
I'm not going to say beyond recognition, because I like to think we're the same grounded people that we were before, but at the same time I don't think we'd be sitting in the middle of Stockholm promoting anything like this.
Major worldwide film, yeah.
So it's changed our lives in the way that personally I'm a lot more confident now in how I mean, if this was me, I know I'd be younger anyway, but I'd be very shy, and I used to keep my head down, not because I was arrogant or anything, but just because I was very shy. And this experience kind of made me a lot more out there, shall we say. And then also it's just a way to appreciate the world, because we've been fortunate to travel all over promoting them as well. So we're very fortunate to see the world and see how much something means to so many people.
How rich are you now?
Not enough.
But I mean, we've done all right from it. But the same thing is, well, it's not all about material stuff. Like, the memories we've got are absolutely amazing. Like, we went last week. We were in Milan and we went as guests of AC Milan around the ground, and stuff like, as big sports fans, stuff like that is money can't buy. And it's and also the friends we make along the way, and coming out on the premieres and seeing all the guys who are waiting to see us and their enjoyment, their excitement.
Yeah, there were guys
stuff like that is really special.
There were guys at Leicester Square on Tuesday who had camped out since midday Monday, and they camped overnight to get a good spot for the premiere. And you can't really put a price on how much this obviously means to people. So it was, and they got absolutely drenched as well because it threw it down with rain. And I'm so grateful to those guys for making the effort.
Have you had any weird experience with fans or something like that?
A few, yeah. One gave us a potato in a bra once. I don't know why.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty weird.
Being chased through. We were filming on the second film. We were filming in Newcastle, and so a few of us went out for a dinner. Then we were walking back, and these people clocked us. So we were kind of like sprinting through Newcastle to the hotel. So it was just one of those things like that. But on the whole, the Potter fans are very good.
Yeah, but even non-Potter fans are quite funny. We were at a big festival in England called Glastonbury, and we were watching a band finish, and this guy came staggering through the crowd at night, and he was a bit drunk and whatever, and he was staggering around, and he just looked at us and went, "You look like Weasleys." And we had our brown hair, hats on, poncho on, keeping dry, and just stuff like that is really funny to us because it's normally the people you don't expect who'll say something to you.
It'll soon be over. Sorry to say, but do you want to continue acting after this?
Yeah, I'd like to. I mean, we've kind of gone into it for the past 9 years now, so it's all working wise, we know. And I like to think we've learned quite a lot along the way from the best in the business and things you can take from different people and advice as well. So yeah, definitely like to try it anyway because I think we've got a good little number on our CV with being in these films.
And you?
Yeah, the same. Like I've said, we kind of got the bug now for what it is, and we're very aware that not every film is like the size of Harry Potter, but. Like I say, Robbie Coltrane on the first premiere of the first film, he said to us, "Now this is like having a Rolls Royce for your first car. Like this will be the ultimate thing." So we've always kept that with it. So, but we still would like to carry on entertaining in some way.
Daniel Radcliffe was on a piece of theatre play, and he took all.
Yeah, he went a bit too much. I don't think we would. We actually went to see him in that, and there was a girl sitting next to me who was probably about 18. And at the theatre there was binoculars in front of people's things, and she actually leant over and got my binoculars, and I said, why are you getting them for? And it really embarrassed her. But I was telling Dan afterwards, and he's like, oh, well, no. It really didn't faze him at all about getting his kiss off on stage, but I think it would me. Yeah.
So are you scared of being typecasted as the goofy twins? Or
maybe a little bit. But we've done a few things apart from Harry Potter which have been quite good and quite different as well from Fred and George. But again, if the only roles we get are cool, funny guys, likeable guys, then that's not too bad. It could be worse.